National Housing Party, United Kingdom, Nationalist credentials. Now, some people may say we're not a nationalist party because we accept ethnic minorities as members. It's not a problem for us. And also, we don't campaign to remove legally settled migrants from the UK. We're not going to have that policy. We feel that we cannot progress politically with that sort of message. If somebody does have that message, you know, they shouldn't be called politically correct names or anything like that, but that's not the route we are taking. So I'm going to explain some of our nationalist ideas that you can check on our website, nationalhousingparty.uk, under the policy section. And obviously the most important one is, you know, we're campaigning to stop giving our UK passports to foreigners. There was no need for it in the first place. Me personally, I'm completely against it. No nation should be giving out their passports to foreigners. Temporary emergency work permits, no problem. Tourist visas, temporary, no problem. Student visas, temporary, no problem. But permanent settlement immigration needs to come to an end to preserve this nation and secure this nation. So the only way into this country in our policies is if you marry a UK citizen. The UK citizen must be able to trace 50% of their ancestry back to the British Isles for at least 60 years. So that's the most important idea we've got, which proves our nationalist credentials. That's number one. Number two is we will not say that someone who has not got British ancestry is a British person. Obviously, there's plenty of UK citizens who don't have any British ancestry. Nothing wrong with them as individuals, but they are not British people. And, you know, we welcome them to join our party if they want to, but we're not going to be saying they are as British as I am, for example. All my bloodline originates in the British Isles, English, Irish and Scottish. So that's one really important thing. So that's number two. We will not encourage the theft of the British identity, because that's what it is. It's identity theft, and we are completely against that. Number three, another very important one, is we're campaigning to scrap the Equalities Act. Now, the Equalities Act enabled the establishment to make it illegal to have white British group identity officially recognised. Now, as everyone will know, the British National Party were the last people really to have any chance of saving that and preserving that, you know. But as everybody knows, the BNP was crushed, and it is now illegal to have white British group identity officially recognised. So we are campaigning to scrap the Equalities Act, and we are campaigning for any organisation, including a political party, to be allowed to have a white British only membership criteria. That isn't our policy for our party. Anyone can join us, but we are campaigning for the rights of the white British group identity. Because obviously people will say, well, it's not illegal to be British, what are you talking about? Yeah, on a census you can say what, you're white British, etc. That's an individual. But to set up an organisation, it's illegal. And everyone knows we've got the Black Police Officers Association, Somalians Housing Association. Every single ethnic group can be legally, officially recognised in this country, apart from the white British people. And it's a disgrace. So that's one of our solid nationalist credentials. We are fighting for the identity of the British people. That's number three. Number four, we are a Christian nationalist party, Christian British nationalist party. We believe in the nation of Great Britain, and we also believe in the union between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So yeah, we are Christian British nationalists. Number 5, we have got national in the title of our party. Very important. We are a nationalist party. We believe in preserving the national interest. So again, we've got national in our party name, so straight away we're concerned about the nation. Number 6, we are campaigning to ban any foreign interest groups in political parties. As many will know, there's a Friends of Israel group in practically every major party: Liberals, Labour, Conservative, Reform UK. And we think this is unacceptable. There should be no foreign interest groups in any political party, including Palestine. There's only like the Labour Party, I think, has got a Friends of Palestine group. But we campaign to make that illegal, because there should not be a foreign nation interfering with our internal political process. Number 7, dual nationality. If I wanted to, I could get an American passport, but I refuse to do it. The last time I had one was about, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I could have reapplied for another one, and I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it because I believe that you should be only loyal to one nation, and my nation is Britain, and I believe in the Union, Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So that's where we stand on dual nationality. So, you know, it would be illegal. You know, there's a few nations in the world that have that policy, and it's a nationalist policy. Number 8, we've also got a policy for national service. Now, we believe that the young population should do a national service at around 18 years of age. We've got a policy on our website for it, and it should be tough. You know, we'll teach them discipline, loyalty, patriotism, and also there should be a Christian element to it as well. However, you know, doesn't have to be Christian, but we need to have national service, and having a national service policy would maybe make a lot of people who don't love this country leave the country. Because if your ancestry is not British and you're a legally settled migrant here, you should love this country, and if you don't, you should leave. And national service would you know, weed out the people who don't really love this country. So number 9, we campaign to leave all the globalist organisations. We campaign to leave NATO, the most important one. NATO is the military arm of globalism. Globalism is anti-white. So NATO is a very bad organisation, and they are going around the world murdering millions of people, and our country is going to get the blame for it. And most of the people in this country don't even agree with what they're doing. So we want to leave NATO. We want to leave the WEF, World Economic Forum. We want to leave the WHO, the World Health Organization. We want to leave the IMF, International Monetary Fund. We also want to leave the United Nations. You know, one of our big campaigns is to leave the 1951 Refugee Convention, the United Nations 1951 UN Refugee Convention. We want to leave the UN Human Rights Convention as well. We want to leave the whole of the UN. It's a globalist organisation. It's not for the interests of our nation, so we want to leave it. Also, we want to leave the ECHR, which is nothing to do with the UN. Refugee Convention and the European Court of Human Rights, two different things. We need to leave both. So that's number 9. Number 10, we want to nationalise the railway system. We want to nationalise energy, and we want to nationalise water. These things, water and energy, should be a human right for everybody to have. People shouldn't be earning money out of it. The railways are too big to have a fair competition to bring the prices down for the public. The government should be running the railways, and at the moment it's cheaper to get a plane to somewhere like, I don't know, Romania, 5-hour flight, than it is to get a train to Manchester. This is the state of the railways. So that's a nationalist policy: nationalise the railway system, water and energy. And lastly, number 11 on the list of our nationalist credentials, we want to nationalise the monetary system. We should not have a load of foreign bankers who are not Christian and they don't love Jesus to be running our country, because the monetary system runs this country. The bankers, they need to be run by the government. The banks need to be run by the government, and at the moment we're trillions in debt, and the government's trillions in debt, we're in debt, everyone's in debt to these bankers, and the monetary system should be run by a Christian nationalist government. So that is the 11 nationalist credentials of the National Housing Party, United Kingdom. If you like what I've got to say, come and join us. It's only £22 a year. You can join on the website, nationalhousingparty.uk. You know, I think they're quite reasonable, these nationalist credentials. Nothing wrong with them, nothing unrealistic, because let's be fair, there are some parties out there with very unrealistic policies. And let's be fair, guys, we don't even hold one council seat around the country. At the very least, the first target, the first long-term goal is to stop giving out UK passports to foreigners. So thanks for watching. Pat McGuinness reporting for National Housing Party. Christ is King. Thank you very much.